Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am taking you through a 30-minute full body Pilates workout. You don't need any equipment today, getting started on all fours, stacking shoulders over wrists and hips over knees with some cat-cows. So take a big breath in and drop your stomach to the floor, heart goes forward through your shoulders. And exhale as you tuck your chin to your chest and curve your back towards the ceiling. Inhale, drop the stomach, chest goes forward. Exhale, spine rounds up like you're trying to tap the ceiling. Give me 2 more. This is one of my favorite ways to start class. It really warms up the spine, the shoulders, the neck, and gets you connected with your breath work before getting into trickier moves. Just give me 1 more, taking your biggest inhale yet, really filling up through the lungs, through the ribs. And exhale out through the mouth, blow it all out. Come into your neutral spine now and sit your hips back into your child's pose and really reach your hands out as far as they can go, bringing your forehead down onto the mat, feeling that release through the back and the sides of the ribs. Taking a couple of deep breaths here, so a big inhale through the nose, trying to breathe and expand through the ribs. And exhale it all out of your mouth. Give me 1 more big breath in. And as you exhale, shift forward so you're in a straight line from the top of your head to your knees. And inhale, bending into the elbows, coming onto your stomach. Exhale, press up through the palms and lift the chest. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, press up through the hands and sit back into your child's pose. Let's do that again. Big breath in to prepare, and exhale, shift forward into this modified push-up position. Inhale, lower everything down onto the mat. Exhale, cobra, lifting through the chest. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press up through the palms and back into your child's pose. Inhale here, exhale, shift forward. Inhale, lower down onto your mat. Exhale, really lift through the chest, press up through the palms. Inhale, lower, exhale, press up, sit back in your child's pose. Let's do 2 more. So inhale, exhale, shift forward. Inhale, lower yourself down onto your mat. Exhale, press up through the palms, stretching through the front of the body. Inhale, lower, exhale, press up and back. Just 1 more, warming up through the whole body here. Exhaling as you shift forward. Inhale, bend into the elbows, lower down. Exhale, maybe lift a little bit higher this time. Inhale, lower. Exhale for the final time back into your child's pose. Awesome job. Shift forward now onto all fours. Tuck your toes under and lift your hips up and back into your downward facing dog. Maybe pedaling out the legs, bending into one knee while reaching opposite heel towards the floor. Maybe pressing both heels down to deepen the stretch, and then step your feet out as wide as the mat. Take a big breath in and exhale as you reach your right hand towards your left ankle. Come through center, left hand reaches to right, through center, across, and center, reach across, and center. Keep going, so starting in our down dog, releasing one hand and rotating through the spine to reach towards opposite ankle, coming towards center, taking an exhale and reaching towards the other side. Almost there. This is your last one. Bring your hand through center, walk your feet in hip distance, bring a slight bend into your knees, and walk your hands back towards your feet in your forward fold. Maybe grab onto opposite elbows and sway gently from side to side, releasing through the back. Then come through center, drop the arms, gently shake your head yes and no, releasing any tension in the neck, just letting the weight of your head pull you down. Then grab a hold of the back of your legs, pull yourself in. And then when you're ready, carefully bend into your knees, come down onto the mat. We're laying on our backs now, with our feet hip distance apart and our knees bent, getting ready for a bridge series with the hands by the sides. So inhale to prepare and exhale to lift the hips up off the mat. Inhale to lower them, and exhale to lift. Keep going, starting with a nice, simple bridge. Our back is nice and neutral here, so make sure that your hips aren't going too high, that your lower back starts to arch. You really want to work to maintain that neutral spine as we exhale to lift the hips and inhale to lower them, really pressing through the feet as we lift to activate up the backs of the legs. Give me 2 more, exhaling to lift the hips, and last one, inhale, lower. Exhale, hold, lifted. Let's finish with pulses up for 8, 7, just tiny movements with the hips. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower your hips down onto your mat and bring your hands next to your hips with your palms facing in. We've got a little combo coming up. So inhale to prepare, exhale, lift the hips and the arms to shoulder height. Lift your heels, reach your arms overhead, bring them back over your shoulders, lower your heels, and lower your hips and your arms. Let's do that again, there's a lot of parts. Lift the hips and the arms, lift the heels, arms raise overhead, they come back above the shoulders, heels lower, hips and arms lower. So inhale at the bottom, exhale, lift. Inhale, heels, exhale, arms overhead. Inhale back to shoulder height, exhale, heels lower. Inhale, everything lowers. Hips and arms lift, heels lift, arms reach overhead. They come back to shoulder height, heels lower, and hips and arms lower down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, heels, exhale, arms. Inhale, arms. Exhale, heels. Inhale, everything lowers. Give me 3 more here. This is an exercise for our body, but also our mind, because this certainly requires a lot of coordination. Don't worry if you mess up or move your arms at the wrong time, you're still gonna get the full benefit of the exercise. Give me 1 more, lifting the hips, lifting the heels, arms overhead, and hold with your arms straight over your shoulders now. Finish with pulses up for 10, 9, 8, maybe keeping the heels lifted for a little extra challenge, just for 3, 2, hold the hips lifted, lower the hands, lower the heels, and slowly lower the hips down. Maybe rock your knees from side to side, keeping your upper back and shoulders down on the mat to get a release through the spine and through the hips. Hold through center now. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift the hips, coming into a single leg bridge. So extend your left leg straight up towards the ceiling. Inhale to lower the hips, and exhale, press them up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press, keep going. Option to have the knee bent here if you're looking for a bit more stability, or you can cross it over your right knee as well. Last one, inhale, lower, hold lifted, flex through the foot, lower it to knee height and lift it straight back up. Lower to knee height and up. Inhaling as you lower and exhaling as you lift. Flexing the foot to lower and pointing to lift. Really press down through your right foot. Try not to let your hips drop an inch during this. I know it's tough, but we are not here for long. Just give me 1 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, hold lifted. Pulse the hips up for 8, 7, just little movements through the hips. Squeezes through the glutes. You can do it. Just 2 and 1. Slowly lower the hips down. Awesome job. Place your left foot on the mat. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Reach through and grab a hold of the back of your left leg. Pull your knee in, feeling that release through that right glute. Maybe bending and straightening the left leg to get a bit of a dynamic hamstring stretch for the left side. Really feeling that release through the right glute that just worked so hard during that single leg glute series. Place both feet on the ground now and just give me a few more of those knee sways, just releasing through the midsection of the body. Let's come into an ab series now. So lift your knees up to tabletop, stacking them over your hips, and send your hands straight up from your shoulders. Inhale to prepare and exhale to crunch up through the upper body. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, crunch up. Keep going. As you crunch, hands press down by your sides, coming parallel with the floor. And as you lay back, they stack straight over your shoulders. Really try to lift up through the head, neck, and shoulder blades here to really get the full benefit through those upper abs. If you're feeling any tension through the neck, feel free to ditch the arm movements and interlace your hands behind your head to get a little bit more support here. Let's do one more like this. So exhale, crunch up. Inhale, lower, bringing wrists over the shoulders. Take an exhale as you crunch up. Inhale, reach arms overhead, extend the legs. Exhale, come through center. Inhale, lower down again. Crunch up. Inhale, arms and legs reach. Exhale, come back to your crunch. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, lower. Keep going, combining our crunch with a little modified double leg stretch here to really target the entire abdomen and challenge the stability of the core as we crunch. Reach arms and legs, come back through center, and lower back down. Make sure your low back is staying nice and imprinted onto the mat the entire time, especially as those legs extend. If that's a challenge for you today, feel free to just raise the arms overhead and ditch the leg extension, whatever works for you. We've got just 2 more here, and then if this is feeling like a nice challenge for you, I actually want you to stick with this combo here. But if you're looking for a bit more of a challenge, we're going to come into some teasers next, which is an advanced Pilates move requiring a lot of core strength. So if you're wanting to give it a try, stack knees over hips, wrists over shoulders, take an inhale, and exhale to roll up through the spine, extend the legs 45 degrees, and sit up into a V shape. Inhale, back down, exhale, arms overhead. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, roll up, extend the legs, coming into your V, your teaser. Inhale, roll down, arms overhead. Just a couple more, inhaling at the bottom. Exhale, roll up, legs extend, really shifting the weight forward. Inhale, roll down, arms over the shoulders. We've got 3 more here. Exhale, roll through the spine, extend the legs, lift the chest. Inhale, roll down, exhale, arms overhead. Just 2 more. Exhale, reach forward, crunch through the abs, reach the arms up. Inhale, lower down, exhale, arms over the shoulders. Last one, inhale, prepare. Exhale, roll up into your teaser, hold here, you can do it, take an inhale. My legs were shaking during this, it is a challenging move. Option to bend through the knees if that's more accessible for you. And then inhale to roll down through the spine. Exhale, wrists come over shoulders. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Awesome job. Teasers are so tough, but they're so rewarding when you can get it. Just rock side to side on your low back a couple of times, feeling that release. And then place your feet on the mat, bring your arms up to cactus, squeeze your feet together and rotate your knees to the right side, keeping your shoulders and upper back on the mat, maybe looking over your left shoulders, feeling this twist through the core and the spine. Come through center, other side, rock your knees over to the left, maybe look over your right shoulder, upper back staying planted down onto the mat to really get that rotation through the spine here. Come through center now, hug your knees in towards your chest again, rock side to side on the low back one last time, and then maybe circle out the knees, just feeling that release through the hips and the hip flexors, making sure to take it in both directions to feel that nice release. Give your knees one more squeeze in, then place them down on the mat, hip distance apart, coming into that bridge series on the other side. So inhale, prepare, exhale to lift the hips up. Inhale, lower them down, and exhale, lift. 3 more, just warming up the glutes again. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. 2 more. And last one, inhale, lower, hold the hips lifted. Extend your right leg up towards the ceiling, and inhale to lower the hips. Exhale, press up. 4 more. Inhale, tap the hips down. Exhale, press up. Keep going, really rooting through your left foot, working that left side. This is your last one. Inhale, lower, hold, lifted, flex through your foot, lower your legs so your knees are in line, and lift it back up. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift, flexing the foot to lower and pointing to lift. Really try to keep the hips lifted and level the entire time so we're not dipping down to one side or letting the hips drop too far to really work into the glute and hamstring on the left. This is your last one. Hold the leg lifted, pulse it up through the hips for 8. Pressing up through the left foot, you can do it. Just 2 more. Last one, and lower your hips down onto the mat. Place your right foot down, left ankle crosses over right knee. Reach through, grab a hold of the back of your right leg, and draw your knee towards your chest, feeling that nice release for the left glute. Maybe bending and straightening through the right leg, getting a bit of a dynamic stretch for the hamstring. Really trying to draw knee to chest while keeping shoulders pressing down onto the mat to feel that stretch through the left side. Gently release this stretch and place both feet on the mat hip distance apart, getting ready for our final ab series. Lift your knees up to tabletop again, stacking knees over your hips. Interlace your hands behind your head with your elbows out nice and wide. Getting started with these tabletop crunches again. So inhale to prepare, exhale, crunch up. Inhale to lower, exhale, crunch. Just 3 more, warming up the abs again. Inhaling to lower, exhale, head, neck, and shoulders lift. Give me 1 more and hold, crunch up this time. Inhale to tap your right toes to the mat. Exhale, lift, other side. Inhale, tap left toes. Exhale, lift. Keep going, alternating toe taps here. Make sure you're hinging at your hip and not at your knee, so your leg is staying in the same shape the entire time. It's just lowering down so your toes gently tap the mat and then lifting back up to tabletop. Give me 1 more like this and then we'll add on. Right here, lower the right toes, straighten the right leg, bend and lift back to tabletop. Other side, left toe taps down, leg extends, leg bends, and lift to tabletop. Keep going, bringing a bit more of a challenge to the core here with that extension. As always, reducing your range of motion to where you're able to keep your lower back pressing into the ground, so that might mean skipping the extension today, whatever's working for you. I want you to inhale as you tap the toes, exhale, extend, inhale, bend, and exhale, lift to tabletop. Give me just 1 more each side, and then we'll get a quick stretch. Last one, tap the toe, extend, bend, and lift the knee. Lower the upper body down, bring your knees in towards your chest for a quick rest, taking a few deep breaths. And then extend arms and legs in opposite directions and reach like you just woke up in the morning, maybe wiggling fingers and toes a little bit. And then when you're ready, bring your rib cage back down onto the mat. Left hand comes down and right hand comes behind the head. Inhale to prepare and exhale, reach right elbow to left knee. Inhale, extend, exhale, reach right hand to left toes. Again, inhale down, exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale down, exhale, hand to toes, sticking with one side here. Exhale, knee to elbow. Exhale, hand to toes. If this is a little too intense, feel free to bend your right leg, placing your foot down onto the mat to make this a little bit more comfortable. Give me 1 more. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale. Exhale, hand to toes. Inhale, now reach elbow to knee. Finish with pulses up for 8, 7, just 6. Little rotations through the spine for 3, 2, and 1. Lower the leg and the upper body. Let's switch to the other side, bringing the left hand behind the head, right hand down on the mat. Take an inhale to prepare and exhale as you lift knee to elbow. Inhale through center, exhale, reach hand to foot. Inhale through center, elbow to knee. As you reach with a straight arm, try to reach past your leg to really get that rotation through the spine. Exhaling to rotate through the mid-back. Exhale, elbow to knee, straighten, hand to foot, straighten. Awesome job. Give me one more like this, reaching elbow to knee, come through center, hand to foot, through center. Now bring elbow to knee and give me pulses for 8, 7, same thing as the other side, just rotating through the spine for 2. Now hold elbow across, bring your right hand behind your head, elevate the left leg, bicycle crunch, switch. And switch, reaching opposite elbow to opposite knee. Give me 8 more here, really burning out through the obliques, rotating through the spine. Hands are interlaced behind the head, supporting the neck. As you exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale. You can do it, we are almost there. And rest. Lower the upper body down, hug knees towards the chest, circle out the knees a couple of times, feeling that release through the legs, taking a couple of deep breaths, switching directions with the knees, just feeling that release. Then hug the knees in tight, rock side to side on the low back, getting that nice little massage. We're coming into an arm series now, so grab a hold of the back of your legs, rock yourself up to a seated position, sitting cross-legged in the center of your mat, and then raise your arms up to shoulder height. Leading with the wrist, draw the wrist together in front of you, rotate the shoulders drawing away, draw them together above your head, and then press down to the sides. Again, rotate the arms coming in and out, up and down, so palms flip away from each other, flip towards each other, flip away, and flip up. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, feeling like you're moving through water here, really resisting through the air, creating our own resistance with our body weight here as we just float the arms up and down, forward and back, warming up through the upper body. Hold your arms at shoulder height now and rotate the palms up and back, up and back, keeping a slight bend through the elbows to protect the joint as we rotate through the shoulders here, really pressing the palms up and pressing them back, starting to feel this into the shoulder muscles. Give me one more and hold with the palms facing back. Give me circles back for 8, 7, pinkies facing up, thumbs facing down, really rotating for 2 more. Last one, switch directions to the front now. For 7, really pressing the palms back. For 4, 3, 2, and pulse the pinkies up for 8. 7, just sliding the pinkies up and down here like there's a wall behind you for 2 more. Last one. Now rotate the palms up and back, switching back into these rotations. Rotate up and back. Make sure the movement is coming from the shoulder and not from the wrist or the elbow. The entire arm is rotating here. Just give me one more. Hold with the palms up, circles to the back for 8. 7, repeating the same series just for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch directions, circling forward for 6, 5, just little movements here. Last 3, 2, finish with pulses up for 8, 7, like you're bouncing 2 basketballs up in the air. Last 3, 2, hold the arms lifted, close pinkies together, and open them out to the sides. Inhaling to close, exhale, press away, trying to tap your pinkies together in front of you and then opening out, really squeezing through the chest, active through the bicep with that slight bend in the elbow, breathing through this, pulling belly button back towards the spine. This is a full upper body move. Hold the arms in front of you now. You guessed it, circles out for 7, 6, repeating that series just for 3, 2, and 1, switch directions, circling in for 7, 6, little movement here, just 3, 2, and we finish with pulses for 8, 7, 6, last 5, 4, 3, 2, hold lifted. Let's do a combo now. So curl the arms to 90 degrees, press them up, pull them down, and extend the arms. Bend to 90, extend straight up, pull it down, and extend. You can do it. I know those arms are burning at this point. I am right there with you. Just breathe through it, strengthening through the upper body here, building that muscular endurance. You got this. Inhale, bend, exhale, reach, inhale, pull, and extend. Last one, and hold bent at 90 degrees, circles out for 8, 7, moving from the shoulder joint here. We are almost finished with this series. I promise we'll stretch after this, and circles in for 8, 7, you got this. Just 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pulse it up to finish. Pulse. Pulse, little movements coming from those shoulder blades, working through the biceps here. We are holding this for 16 pulses. You can do it. Active through the hands. And last one, open the arms, extend them straight, and lower them down to your sides. Whew, that is a challenging series. Interlace your hands behind your back, roll your shoulders up, back, and down, and stretch through the front of the chest and the shoulders, really pressing your palms together here. Release that stretch, bring the hands to the knees, roll shoulders back for 4, 3, really working out any tension through the arms, switch directions, circling them forward for 4, 3, last 2, and 1. When you're ready, sit up and flip around into a modified push-up position, getting ready to work the backs of our arms, our triceps. So stacking shoulders over wrists and stepping the knees back so you've got a straight line from the top of your head down to your knees. I want you to take a big inhale to bend the elbows and exhale to press up and back into a child's pose for a quick stretch. And then inhale, shift forward, bend into the elbows. Exhale, press up and back for that immediate stretch in child's pose. 6 more like this. Inhale, shift forward and bend the arms to 90 degrees. Exhale, press up and back, child's pose. Inhale and bend. Exhale, child's pose. Keep going, moving nice and slow and controlled here, using your breath to guide you through the movements, really exhaling out through the mouth as you press up and back into your child's pose, feeling the backs of those arms fire up and engage here. You've only got 2 more. You can do it. Shifting forward, bending into the elbows, and pressing up and back into your child's pose. Last one. Inhale, shift forward. Try to make this your deepest push-up yet. And then press up and back. Final time into your child's pose and hold here for a couple of breaths. Option to stay here or shift into your puppy pose. So come out of the child's pose, step your hands forward, keeping hips stacked over knees, and then reach your chest down towards the ground, feeling that release through the spine, the front of the body, and up the arms as well. Really reaching chest down towards the floor to deepen this stretch through the upper body. Gently press yourself back up to a seated position, getting ready for our final quick plank series to end this class. So when you're ready, come into a straight arm plank, stacking shoulders over wrists and stepping the feet back with the hips tucked slightly under. Step the right foot out, right foot in, left out, left in, right in. So these plank step outs, stepping one foot out, the other out, one foot in, the other in. Breathing naturally here, keeping the upper body nice and stable. Only thing moving is the legs. Give me one more each side like this. Last one, and either stay here or give me plank jacks to finish, jumping the feet out in, out, in for a cardio burst at the end of this class. You can do it jumping out, in, really pressing up through the palms, breathing naturally here. Just for 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees down onto the mat, sit your hips back again into your child's pose, and hold here for a couple of deep breaths, allowing your heart rate to come down after that challenging cardio finish. Shift forward onto all fours now, stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees, and inhale, stomach to the floor, heart forward. Exhale, chin to chest, curve your back. Just give me one more here. Inhale, cow pose. And exhale into your cat, just like how we started class. Come into your neutral spine now and step your right foot forward, keeping the left knee on the mat. Tuck your hips under and shift forward into your runner's lunge, feeling that nice stretch up through the left hip flexor. And when you're ready, shift your weight back, lifting your right toes up off the mat and feeling that stretch through the right hamstring. Gently switch to the other side, stepping left foot forward, tuck the hips under so you've got a nice neutral spine, and shift the hips forward into your hip flexor stretch or your runner's lunge. And gently shift the hips back now into your hamstring stretch on the left, lifting your left toes up off of the mat. Gently release through this stretch and slowly make your way down onto the center of your mat, crossing your legs beneath you. And then inhale to lift the right arm up and over, and then sweep your arms out in front of you and come up through center. Other side, left arm up and over. Sweep your upper body forward and around and come through center. Give me one more each side. Right arm lifts up. Sweep around, releasing through the back and the upper body. Come through center. Last one. Left arm comes up and over. Sweep around and come through center to finish. And that is it for today's 30-minute full body Pilates class. I hope you liked it. If you did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone.